Hi guys, welcome. And who dat? I'm Joe, and today I am going to preview the upcoming Week 6 matchup between our beloved Bless You Boys in black and gold, the New Orleans Saints, as we travel to Houston to take on the Houston Texans. Right now, I think the Saints are favored by 1.5 something like that. Not quite sure what the over-under is. We're going to take a look at the Saints roster, and we're going to make a prediction for the game. So let's pull up the offense first. The only thing that has changed on the offense, I've decided to put Andres Pete as the starting left guard. There is some talk about Hurst moving back to left tackle. I don't think this is going to happen. Trevor Penning is going through some growing pains right now, but he's not going to get any better unless he plays. I think Hurst is probably better at tackle than guard. And I think right now we're probably better off going with Pete. Well, we're going to see what happens with the offensive line. As of now, I'm going to decide Pete as the starter and Penning as the starter, and we'll just see what happens. Also, on this chart, you'll see that Tony Jones Jr. is no longer with the team. We waived him. I think we put him on the practice squad. I don't know why we did this. He was claimed by Arizona, either off waivers or off the practice squad. We only have 2 running backs on the roster right now. Jamal Williams has to serve one more game on IR, even though Williams was present at practice. He's not eligible to play this weekend, so not quite sure what the Saints are doing there. But Jones was waived. He's with Arizona now. We still have Jake Luton at quarterback for one more week, I guess, until Jake Haener comes back. We do have a running back on the practice squad, Mims. He's a young guy, and so we'll see if we end up pulling him up. Let's pull up the defense now. And the defense looks the same. No changes here. For this last weekend's game, we brought up safety Jonathan Abram and safety Daniel Sorensen, who we had just signed in the practice squad a few days before. And, we did that because May was still on suspension. And Howden still got that hurt hand, even though Howden played very well this past week. We have Marcus May back now for this game. And May is going to be the starter. So I don't think we're going to bring up both Abram and Sorensen again. We've brought up Abram several times. I don't know how many more times we can do it. Some new additions to the practice squad. We waived Anthony Johnson, the cornerback, and he was an undrafted guy this year, and he looked pretty good in preseason. That's a strange move for me. I think we're going to stay in close contact with him, and he'll be back. We also put wide receiver Shaq Davis on IR from the practice squad. Not sure what kind of injury he's dealing with, if any at all. We had some room on the practice squad, though. We had elevated Tommy Kramer from the practice squad to the active roster for this last game because we were down Pete. Now Pete's back. So Tommy Kramer goes back on the practice squad. And we've also re-signed tight end J.P. Holtz on the practice squad. And that's interesting because our fullback Adam Prentice is dealing with a knee right now, and J.P. Holtz is a good tight end / fullback, and this is probably a guy we're going to elevate before the game, J.P. Holtz. And also, to my happiness, John Trey Kirkland is back on the practice squad. So we lose Shaq Davis on IR, but we get John Trey Kirkland back. As of right now, Lynn Bowden is still on the active roster. And I personally think John Trey Kirkland would be a better active roster addition. than Lynn Bogan. So we'll keep an eye out on all of this. As far as the defense goes, the same group here with May back. All right, let's talk about the upcoming game. This is early on Thursday that I'm recording this, so I'm not sure how the injury report after practice is going to happen today. But as far as I know right now, players that did not participate in practice include tight end Juwan Johnson, who's still dealing with a calf injury. Safety Lonnie Johnson Jr. is still not participating with a hammy. Safety J.T. Gray is injured again. He has a hamstring pull. Fullback Adam Prentice with the knee, and he's struggled the last couple of weeks when he was healthy. And also tackle Landon Young. He's dealing with a hip problem, and he missed last week, and he's not participating again this week. Limited participants in practice included Cam Jordan with a back, but he was limited. Chris Olave with that toe injury was limited, and guard/tackle James Hurst is dealing with a foot. They were all listed as limited. All right, the Houston Texans. I don't know what to say about these guys. We played them in preseason. It was backups against their starters, a lot of their starters. You know, C.J. Stroud's a rookie at quarterback, so he played a lot. He drove the Texans for a touchdown in that game against our second and third stringers. So, C.J. Stroud looking great. He's got a record, most attempts by a rookie without an interception. Their offense is ranked in, I think, 10th or 12th or something, maybe higher than that. So, offensively, they're doing good. They're struggling with injuries right now, including their Pro Bowl left tackle and their outstanding rookie wide receiver, Tank Dell. He's going through concussion protocol, so I don't think Tank Dell's going to play this week. As far as the game goes, I have faith in the Saints. I don't think a rookie quarterback can do much against our defense. I think best case scenario, they get on the board a couple of times, and it's going to really be up to our offense again, whether we're going to churn this thing out, score some more points. We're averaging 15.5 points before last week when we put up total 34. So this week, I think it's just going to be back to the same old grind. But I do have a final score prediction. I am going to go with the New Orleans Saints 16, Houston Texans 13. I was tempted to go 16-6, but Houston is showing quite a bit, and that quarterback. They got a good running back, but they can't get the running game going right now. So I'm leaning toward the more pessimistic score prediction here, but still seeing the Saints win. All right, guys, that's my preview. Subscribe to Rosenfield 10. I will do a review and reaction to this game, and that will come out no later than Tuesday. Until then, I'll talk to you later. Who dat?